Where'd Alexa go? There she is. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. We'll start off with a motion to come out of executive session.
Make a motion to exit executive session.
Motion by Commissioner Stowers, seconded by Commissioner Bruce. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And that is approved 4-0 to come out of executive session. Let me welcome you that are here with us in the room, as well as those that are with us online. Let the record show that all 5 commissioners are present. I'll ask everyone to please stand for a brief invocation and pledge. Would bow your heads, please. Our dear gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day and for the many blessings of life. We ask for knowledge and wisdom to carry out the business of this county. Anything that we accomplish will give you the honor and glory. In Christ's name we do ask and pray. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Are there any announcements on the board? Any announcements on the board? Hearing none, we'll move on to approval of minutes. First up, have the minutes of work session held on February 5th, 2026. Any additions or deletions? Motions?
Motion to approve is presented.
Motion by Commissioner Stowers, seconded by Commissioner Bruce. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And that is approved 3 with 1 abstention. Next up, we have the minutes of the voting session held on February 5, 2026. Any additions or deletions? Motions?
Make a motion to approve as is.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Bruce, seconded by Commissioner Stowers. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And that is approved 3 with 1 abstention. Next, we'll move on to the approval agenda. I do have one change to the agenda. That'd be addition of number 4 under new business, Georgia Department of Transportation FY 2026 Transit Trust Fund Program application. I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda with that one change.
Make a motion, we approve the agenda as amended.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Gaines, seconded by Commissioner Stowers. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. Just number 2. That was the only one. Just number 2. All right, and that is approved 4-0 with the one change to the agenda. No one signed up for public comment in this section. And we'll move on to the consent agenda. On the consent agenda, we have FY 2027 Treatment Services Grant Application. That's $415,695. That is a matching grant, $353,341 from the state, and local $62,354. And that is budgeted. Second, we have Family Connection 2027 Physical Agent Request. We have been the physical agent for them since 1999. Georgia Forestry Commission Volunteer Fire Assistance 50/50 Grant Acceptance. That's a 50/50 grant, $10,000 total, 5 from the county and 5 from the state. That is also budgeted. FY 2026 Trauma Equipment Grant Acceptance. It's the EMS grant, $9,275 that has no match. And then the Dawson County Transit Drug and Alcohol Policy Amendment Update, which was basically a minor name change. And that is your consent agenda. I'll entertain a motion to accept the consent agenda.
Make a motion to accept the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Bruce, seconded by Commissioner Stowers. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And the consent agenda is approved 4-0. Next up, we have a new alcohol license, retail package sale of malt beverages and wine, Shell 41 Incorporated, doing business as Shell Food Mart, 41 Bighorn Drive, Dawsonville, Georgia, 30534.
Good evening, Chairman. Good evening, Commissioners. Shell 41 Inc., doing business as Shell Food Mart, 41 Bighorn Drive, Dawsonville, Georgia, 30534, has applied for the issuance of a license to sell malt beverages and wine for a retail package at the same location. This convenience store has been in Dawson County for many years and recently changed ownership. The store is currently operating without alcohol sales and is requesting approval to begin beer and wine sales. The applicant, Maureen Ali, has provided all the required state and county documentation and has successfully passed the criminal history check. Her legal counsel, Sharika Brown, is present this evening should the board have any questions, and I'm also available for any questions you may have as well.
Any questions from the board? Thank you.
Thank you.
What's the pleasure of the board?
Make a motion that we approve the alcohol license for Shell 41 Inc., doing business as Shell Food Mart.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Stowers, seconded by Commissioner Bruce. Discussion? Hearing none, please vote. And that's approved 4-0.
Thank you.
Next up, we have zoning. I'll go over the rules that we'll use in this zoning process. Planning Director will present the application and recommendation of the Planning Commission. We'll then hear from the applicant. Then I'll open the hearing. We'll hear from those who are in favor of the application. We'll hear from those who are opposed to the application. Each person wishing to speak will be allotted 3 minutes per zoning guidelines. Anyone who speaks will need to sign in and give us your name and address. And also, if anyone has donated $250 or more to any candidate, you will need to fill out a form stating so. So we have ZA 2511, Robert Stanley Hood has submitted a request to the proper authorities for a land use amendment to rezone 5.25 surveyed acres from RA residential agricultural to CRB rural business to bring the current business into compliance with the Dawson County land use. The proposed rezoning is consistent with the rural living future land use character area map. The applicant also requests a special use to allow for additional outdoor parking. The subject property is located at 6495 Highway 9 South, Dawsonville, Georgia, 30534, parcel number 088-108-001 and 008-109. Richard.
Perfect summary. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Very basic. No opposition at the Planning Commission meeting. Planning Commission unanimously recommended approval with no conditions. And so again, this is a great project to bring the property into full commercial compliance from agriculture to rural business, CRB, and then special use so that they can add more parking for both their business and then potentially to rent spaces.
Questions for Richard?
Richard, why does that require a special use for that additional parking?
So as county staff last year, when we were working with the BOC and interested citizens in development, residential development was, we know, looked at as how can we minimize certain things, but then the idea for commercial and business was how can we consider that there are some places where maybe the future land use does not, it would be inconsistent to change to industrial or heavy use commercial, or maybe it's a little more rural away from 53 and 400. It might be here on Highway 9 near Silver City for South County line, or it might even be on a state route farther up in your district where on a state route on a case-by-case basis, there is the possibility for rural business. So last year, the board approved more options in CRB rural business, but still on a case-by-case basis with the special use so that, even if there was a rare property RA zone rural business, the citizens and y'all as BOC, for transparency, get to review it and make sure it's appropriate.
And I think specifically the open space and rental of spaces or something. Can you speak to that, of what we're talking about renting spaces out for?
Sure. So the board approved last year the possibility of having parking or storage facilities that may have no buildings on it. There's a continuing demand for it, and whether it's paved or gravel, just to have where now, you can, as a property owner or manager, very easily maintain it, manage it, just by an app on your phone. Somebody pays, they get a certain gate code. It's a gated, perimeter fenced area, but really just basic parking. And so there's market demand for that. And we want to recognize that, but still give y'all on a case by case basis and the citizens the opportunity to let themselves be heard of, do they have, traffic concerns or other concerns, or does it make sense? So yes, in terms of just a basic parking area, that's exactly what this is. They're doing business right now. They've got a building. They want to add maybe half or 3/4 of an acre of just parking area for both them and potentially to rent those spaces.
Are we
And
talking like,
so yeah, it's a growing business.
are we talking like tractor trailer parking? And I know in the past when we've had, what comes to mind is probably 6 or 7 years ago, was a pine straw company, and they had the big tractor trailer boxes, and we wanted that screened so we just weren't driving down the road looking at big tractor trailer trucks that are parked in an area on a regular basis. Is that what we're talking, or are we talking like vehicle storage? Are we talking boat and RV storage, or is it open ended for them to rent whatever they want for whoever wants to park there?
It's not specified unless the board wants to grant or have a zoning condition specific to, for example, a solid screening fence parallel to Highway 9, 6 or 8 feet in height, or if you want to limit it to somebody having an extra personal vehicle, somebody having an extra personal boat or RV camper that they park there. Now, what Hood Landscaping reps have told us is they're a business and they have commercial vehicles and equipment. And for them particular, they may have a desire for their own business to have overflow parking of their commercial vehicles and equipment. And they've heard from other folks who have said that they have one or two, maybe dump trucks or pieces of operable commercial vehicles and equipment that they want to park on this site because it's already a commercial business. So I do think here it would be more, trucks and commercial pieces of equipment.
I have a quick question. I wanted to understand the process. So, and because this is newer, I know that that's why it requires the special use. But if they make it a parking lot, that they start to rent out a portion of it, because 3/4 of an acre is not huge, but that allows for a lot of parking. So if they make it a parking lot where other people start parking there and they're making money off of that, do they have to get a separate business license to cover that portion of money coming in from a separate entity?
Good question. And I've seen it both ways. They probably would want a separate LLC for Hood Rentals LLC, but
do
I
we
don't know
require
that
it?
for certain. I don't know if they would include it in their existing business or not. I don't know that we would necessarily require it if they've already got a business license and they get this zoning approval, and their argument might be that it's an accessory use,
Okay.
so that they would not have to.
Okay.
Other questions? Thank you, Richard. Is the applicant present? Come on up and tell us what you'd like to do.
I'm gonna let her speak.
Is that okay if I speak?
That'd be fine. Just sign in right there and give us your name and your
Okay, thank you.
address.
Janice Chatham, and I'm a resident of Dawson County.
Okay.
Hi, good evening. Thank y'all so much for letting us have the podium tonight. I'm speaking on behalf of Stanley Hood at 6495 Highway 9 South. And this is on behalf of him and his family. They've asked me to read this. They're at a cattle show, state show in Macon, so we hope the kids do well. We are asking for a rezoning from residential agricultural to CRB. Our current office is grandfathered in the commercial space, but the property that is attached to the building is not, and we would like to be able to zone to CRB so that we can have additional parking for our equipment and trucks, with the potential of renting a couple spots to local companies. With the economy being so up and down in our industry, it's nice to have a little extra backup space when we need it. They often don't know how much inventory is coming in terms of the erosion control and landscaping supply. So the more space would be very beneficial to them. Let's see, we do not plan to add any electricity or any power or any buildings or a new entrance to this property. It's just basically what is there. Probably put some more gravel down, and that's about it. It simply would just stay the way it is, and thank y'all so much for consideration of their rezoning. Thank you.
Questions?
Just definition, you said a couple spots. Are you okay limiting it to a couple per what was stated?
We got 3 to 4 little spots.
Little spot, I mean,
Now, it's just gonna be dump truck and trailer with Bobcats.
okay,
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
not gonna be no 18-wheelers or nothing like that, unless they come pick up stuff we make, but as far as parking, no. It's just gonna be, it's just,
landscape business type.
Yes, and
Equipment.
they have to leave a space for the 18-wheelers to turn around when they come in with the rocks and the big landscaping supplies, so you're kind of limited on your space.
Well, I mean, it was stated earlier that it was up to 3/4 an acre. You can fit a few vehicles on 3/4 an acre, so, I mean, but you're stating that it's gonna be more limited.
But
No,
also,
no, no.
also the topography of the land,
Yeah.
you're not going to get,
It's not like 80 parking spots.
you're not going to put a transfer, an 18-wheeler down there either.
it's for when they come in, the big truck, pick up the silk fence, and you come out, and there'll be 1, 2, and 3, where the landscapers,
Yeah.
people we deal with.
Yeah. I think the thing that we try to mitigate is what I spoke about a moment ago, where we have large tractor trailers that are just parked in highly visible areas. I mean, just for beautification of the county, we want to try to mitigate some of that. But landscape trucks, that's in the business that you're in, obviously, and so that goes along with the type of operation you have. But
It's just one of our guys, erosion guy.
Yeah.
We or him out to put the silk fence out. It benefits off of us.
yeah, that makes sense.
Our stuff we do.
Okay.
Thank y'all so much.
Thank you. All right, at this time, I'll open the hearing. Is there anyone here to speak in favor of the application? Anyone here to speak in favor of the application? Anyone here to speak in opposition to the application? Anyone here to speak in opposition to the application? Seeing none, I'll close the hearing. What's the pleasure of the board?
I make a motion that we approve ZA 25-11 from 5.25 acres from RA to CRB with a special use to allow for the additional outdoor parking.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Stowers, seconded by Commissioner Bruce. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And that is approved 4-0. We'll move on to new business. First up, we have consideration of elections and registration 2026 budget requests. That's a budget amendment of $11,543 for some specific equipment they need for the upcoming elections. That was an oversight on my part during the regular budget, so this would come from the fund balance, $11,543. Any other information needed? Motions.
I make a motion to approve the elections registration budget request in the amount of $11,543 for specific equipment for the upcoming election
Second.
out of the general fund.
Motion by Commissioner Bruce, seconded by Commissioner Turkett. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And that's approved 4-0. Next up, we have consideration of final plat for the Peaks of Dawsonville. You have a copy of that. Is any other information needed? Motions.
Make a motion that we approve the final plat for the Peaks of Dawsonville.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Stowers, seconded by Commissioner Turkett. Discussion? Hearing none, please vote. And that final plat is approved 4-0. Next up, we have consideration of request to accept the offered dedication of streets in the Peaks of Dawsonville by way of a limited warranty deed. Any other information needed? Motions.
I make a motion that we accept the offered dedicated streets of the Peaks of Dawsonville by way of limited warranty deed.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Gaines, seconded by Commissioner Stowers. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And that is approved 4-0. Next up, we have Georgia Department of Transportation FY 2026 Transit Trust Fund Program application. This is for a new bus for the urban area, $118,996. No match, and that includes the camera system and stuff that's in the bus. Any other information needed?
Ready for a motion? I guess the motion would be to approve the 2026 Transit Trust Fund Program application.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Gaines, seconded by Commissioner Turkett. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And that is approved 4-0. No one signed up for public comment in this section. And with that, we are adjourned. Thank you for your attendance.